Hi, this is Kimberly from Are You Awakening? Gee, I wonder what I'm here to talk about today, huh? Is this coronavirus thing going nuts? Oh, the news is so good at what they do, right? Well, I'm here to tell you that I love you and that there is absolutely nothing to worry about because you're creating your reality. So tell me what you want to create. A pandemic? Mayhem? A little drama in our lives? Huh? Well, if that's what your collective is looking like out there, if you've been to a grocery store lately, I went to a Sprouts and holy moly, people in Hollywood are not good preppers. That's all I can say. So what do we have here? We got a bunch of scared people, right? We got a bunch of people who grew up with religion, with the Bible telling you about, oh my gosh, the first guy on the black horse, he's got pestilence and he spreads it everywhere, and oh my gosh, look, it's happening. That's why they call it the Revelations. It's happening. Well, see, that's what was fed to people. That's what they were told. That was truth. And now, even though there's been all of us in other communities saying, guess what, maybe you should question that, it doesn't matter when you're scared. All right, when you're scared, that stuff that was pounded into you when you were in that hypnotic state as a child, that all comes rushing back up. Right? As doubt, as fear, fear. They heard about it when they were kids. It was scary back then. They stored it in their memory bank as fear. Huh? Now here, what happens when you see it out in your physical world? Holy shit. All that stuff comes back up, right? Your job as a light worker is to understand this and to show compassion for all of those people that are freaking out over toilet paper. Now add the end times thing with all the dystopian movies that we've put out over the years, and as much as I love them, they made a mark, right? Those scenes are going to replay in people's eyes as they're going to the grocery store, as they're worrying about their jobs, all of those things. So I gotta say, Vigo, you were great in the road, but holy shit, I think I stayed locked up in my room for like 3 days after that because it was so depressing. This is what's coming up in people. So you're a light worker, and I want you to think from a higher level. All right, if you've seen any of my videos in which I talk about this being an Orion game and all of those things, if you're watching this and you're with us here, you're involved in that scenario. All right, so look at it from another perspective that says, this is the world ascending. This is how we get there. And unfortunately, as I'm sure that you can probably attest to throughout your life, sometimes it takes sort of a cataclysm to get us to wake the hell up. All right? This is what's happening. This is our cataclysm. And it's relatively gentle if you keep the news out of it, right? If you really do the statistics, it's relatively gentle. And I'm not going to go into the statistics because that's not who I am. I want you to look it up on your own. I want you to read, and I want you to feel in your gut. Does this really look like it's as bad as they're saying in the headlines? No. But this is how the catalyst occurs. It incites all of these people into action through fear, unfortunately, but if that's what it takes for this species to evolve, that's worth it in the long run for the universe, okay? Because it's going to help every single person who's aware of it grow in some way. And that includes you and me as a light worker. We're growing too, because there's been a whole lot of us sitting around wondering, what the heck are we supposed to be doing? Well, now it's showtime, my friends. So what do? You go out there and you show people that you're connected. You look them in the eye and you smile at them. You send them love. You give them a hug. like I'm doing for my koala virus, which we're spreading all over the world, showing that we are not afraid of any virus, that we understand that all humans are connected. We're all one. This is what you do as a light worker. Separation and isolation, that's what the headlines are there for. Because once you isolate yourself, you give yourself a damn chance to look inside and say, what's going on? All right? So that isolation is bringing people into themselves, and they're scared. When they go into themselves, they're going to start asking questions. And when they start asking questions, they're going to ask you. You know why they're going to ask you? Because you're calm. Because you're okay. Because you got toilet paper. You're good. You're all right. You know everything's going to be fine. They're going to come to you and they're going to say, how come you're not freaking out? Aren't you scared? I know it's all going to work out just fine. All right? There's no need to stuff anything down their throats. There's no need to tell them that the Bible was wrong and that the first guy on the white horse is just a symbolic representation of the Roman Empire going down, which kind of was what it was written about. But anyway, what we want to talk about with these people is getting them to understand, you got this. You're not alone. There's lots of us out here. I'm not going to let you starve. Huh? We got this. Plenty of resources. We got this. All right. So, that's all you got to do is just send love. And if you're in an isolated area and you're forced to be isolated, you can send it from home. So, help these people understand, if they do ask you, that their fear turns into form. How do you do that? You let them know that when you got a whole bunch of people that are scared, the frequency goes haywire, shit goes nuts. All right? It's good. It's all good. Just being in your presence is going to be enough to raise their frequency. And yes, you are that powerful. Huh? Don't underestimate yourself right now, light worker. The world needs you. Put on your big boy pants and send out some love. All right. Don't forget, always be yourself, because that's what the world needs right now. All the time. Love.